I think the most important question, we have a ton for you because I know you've done a lot of cool, but is how does anyone ever be good at gambling? Like, how can you actually be good at gambling?
Sure.
Because that seems like my buddy Steve will do it.
Yeah, I play with him.
I feel like whenever I'm with him, he's so, obviously I've seen him lose, but he consistently is always up. And in my mind, I'm like, that couldn't be me.
There's a lot of different like components to that answer.
Yeah.
The first is like, how can anybody who takes something serious will always be better than someone who takes it like recreationally,
100%.
right? So like off rip, if you just understand the rules of the game, then you already have like, call it an advantage over guys who don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's certain maneuvers that people don't understand the mathematical probabilities of. Let's keep it simple and say blackjack, right?
I love blackjack.
Yeah.
Love it.
Some people don't know that.
By the way, I hate how much I like gambling. I have to admit.
I think gambling's terrible.
I hate how much I love it, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No. So like in blackjack, for example, most people don't know that if you have a soft 18 against the dealer's 9 or 10, you need to take a hit.
A soft 18 against a 9 or 10. Yeah. So those are just basic principles in the game.
Yeah.
That like if you know the game, you go, okay, I know these things.
Yeah.
And someone might be like, oh, I got 18, I'm not hitting.
Right, which is very common for a recreational blackjack player.
Yeah.
They go, I got 18, good hand, I stand.
So describe a soft 18.
As an ace and a 7.
Yeah.
Because the thing is you get a free hit and you need 18.55 for the law of large numbers to be an overall winner. At the end of everything, you win hands once you get to 18.55. So if you're sitting with an 18 and the dealer's a 9 or 10 showing, there's more cards worth 10 than anything else in the deck. They most likely have 19 or 20. You're sitting with a loser. So you have to go down swinging, take the free hit. Worst that happens is the ace turns into a 1. You still didn't bust and you get another hit after that.
Yeah. So those are just basic principles though. But you explained to me something when we were at the Power Slap thing and it was about roulette.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, you can't, like there's no way. But when you explain it to me, it does make sense. This idea of like getting the dealer or the guy who's spinning the ball at this game for
dealer,
roulette to like make eye contact with you while he's spinning the ball. Cause you think someone, and this does make sense when you said it. I was like, this guy spinning the ball if he's been doing it for 10, 15 years, like nonstop, hours and hours, then they probably, just like someone taking a shot, know exactly how the shot kind of hits. Yeah. And then they kind of know, okay, he put his numbers here. Let me throw it a little harder.
Make it land on the other side. Because they can control the wheel speed and the ball speed.
So, okay, so they're spinning both.
They're spinning both. They spin the wheel in one direction, ball in the other.
But so you think it's possible for someone, I guess it is. I mean, how could it not be? I
know it is. I did videos. So I got this guy. All right, so there's a guy, I don't know how old he is, 80 years old, been a dealer for 50 years. I have a video. You go look at my TikTok. I made a 3-part series with this guy talking specifically how pit bosses used to ask him to cheat and the details of how he cheated for the casinos. He talks about the roulette wheel. He goes, I can throw it guaranteed within 3 numbers.
That's insane. So you can't, I mean, so you can't really beat that then unless you.
Well, that's what I was telling you. So right when the dealer spins the wheel, he spins the wheel, then the ball. Right?
Yeah.
When he spins the wheel, he's about to throw the ball. You say, look at me. Because now he's taking a blind shot. It's like Steph Curry shooting threes.
But he still hits, though.
Yeah, but the accuracy dramatically drops off.
Yeah, of course.
But in theory, on that example, the dealer can cheat for you.
What do you mean?
Well, the dealer can put the ball wherever he wants within 3 numbers. He doesn't have to put it away from your money.
But, I mean, if he's obviously working for the casino, it's making sense for him to put it away for your money.
I mean, unless your boy's a dealer and you break him off on the back end. In theory, I'm not saying I've done that or know anyone who has, but in theory,
that has to be super like. I was watching Casino. You know, the old like mob.
Of course,
of course, you know it. I wonder if casinos are they just like? I always just wonder is that still not happening? Like, they're not just killing random people in the desert and stuff, but I wonder if casinos are like. I wonder if they ever take it to that level anymore. If it's like really that serious.
Nah. There's no like physical threats.
It's super regulated.
Yeah.
Because you've been kicked out of casinos.
Yeah, almost all of them. Yeah.
So, well, it's like just because they know you just with your win rate must be so crazy. I don't get it though. It's just like, what do you know that you think that maybe you just know all those little ins and outs of the games?
That's what happened, bro. So right, so like Bro, I grew up in an area that was all rich Jews and mobsters. And a lot of these mobsters, if you talk to the grandparents of my friends, they're first generation, the parents are second generation, coming from Bugsy Siegel and Meyer Lansky, right? You know who they are?
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of the people I grew up with in my area are people that invented some of the technologies used in the casino. Like, I'll tell you this.
To beat the gambler.
Yeah, to beat the gambler.
Yes, okay.
I know the guy who helped create these, you know the shuffle machines like in Blackjack where there's the two, it's a black box.
Yeah, it shoots out the decks.
Yeah, pulls up, you put one in, and then other one pops out, you pull the cards out and deal whatever.
Yeah.
I know the guy who helped create the technology in there that puts all the cards back in correct order. So the shuffle machine has laser eyes, it's called eyes, right? They have eyes on there that's reading every card, and the shuffling machine, you think it's shuffling randomly, it's not. It's putting all those cards in a certain position.
What?
It's a fact. At the end of the night, they can, if they want, they can take that machine off, put all 6 decks in, and rearrange them from ace through deuce in every suit, all 6 decks. If the machine can unshuffle every single one, then it can also shuffle it however it wants.
So are they all doing that then?
Every casino cheats.
Yeah.
In ways that, so when I first started saying it, people were like, nah, casinos don't cheat. They don't have to. They have an edge, right?
Yeah.
Let me make this so painfully obvious. You familiar with Baccarat?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Steve loves Baccarat.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
The game is virtually 50-50, right?
Yeah.
It's like a slight variance. It's like 49 and change, whatever. Call it 50-50 for easy, right? That means that you should win half your hands, lose half your hands.
Yeah, that never happened.
It means you should win half your sessions, lose half your sessions. Then why does everybody plays Baccarat always lose everything every time?
Well, I see Steve not lose though. I don't get it.
Listen, there are some people who win. Like I'm one. If you say Steve's winning, he's winning. But bro, why does almost everybody always lose in a game that's supposed to always make you break even minus the 5% on half the bets you're paying into the house? So you should always be losing at like 2.5%. So for every $100, you should be losing $2.50. But instead, for every $100, everyone loses $100.
Yeah.
In a game that's 50-50. How do you always lose in a game that's 50-50?
So why do people still do it then?
I think they're sold on this false sense of reality. And I also think through propaganda and media and like false belief, people are like born almost, not born, but like, their brain is wired to believe that they're not cheating, right? So your first natural belief growing up is that you go to a casino, yeah, they have an edge, but everybody gets lucky, you could win, you can outsmart them, whatever. So they're going. And then once you have this idea, they're just driving it home with the flashy lights and the noises.
And the free food, the free hotel
the liquor,
rooms.
the rooms.
Winning, right? Because you're focused on the cards that are at play, the cards that you're assuming. Because obviously counting cards is illegal, right?
Not illegal.
It's not illegal.
It's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
It's frowned upon. It's against casino policy. It is not a crime.
Okay. So how does counting cards even work? You're rationalizing what's left over based on what's been pulled?
Yeah, basically that's correct. And there's 2 versions of card counting. There's a true count and a running count. And it's a small system. It works. It does work. Usually you get caught. The casino hires card counters. Like people that work in surveillance are trained. When they want to work in surveillance, they're trained to learn how to count cards, to try to catch card counters. So it's hard to disguise it, but they have a pretty good rational understanding of what's likely to be left in the deck or right at the top of the deck.